My name's Rob Lemkin. Hello to the city who loves you. Thank you very much for having me here. I love Mexico City. I've only been here for a couple of days, but it's been brilliant so far. I'm from Oxford in England, and I'm here with a film called Enemies of the People. You'll have to forgive my pronunciation. I think it's called Enemigos del Pueblo in Spanish. It's on at the Ambulante Film Festival. We had 2 showings yesterday. There are 3 today, and I think 1 or 2 more tomorrow. So if you have time and you're interested in big subjects, then come and see our movie. Well, I've made a lot of films in Southeast Asia. My wife is from Burma, and so I've become really interested in Southeast Asia for many years. I worked at the BBC in a special unit that specialized in films about Asia. So I worked in China, North Korea, Philippines, Malaysia, Burma. And I'd always been interested in what happened in Cambodia. The Killing Fields is a very famous period, and I felt that this was a sort of a mystery to why all these people were killed, and that maybe it would be something to do. So I went there in 2006, and that's when I met my colleague, who's become my great friend now, and we decided to make the film together because I realized that he was really onto something special. And I tried to construct the film as a series of scenes, as if it was almost a series of scenes from a play. I tried to find how could we put the characters into a situation in which what they were talking about was now and what they were doing was now, because I didn't want to do a film that was just like, this is what happened 30 years ago. You know, there have been many films about the Khmer Rouge, the story is told, but this is a film about right in the heart of it, and it's also a film about what do people think about all that violence now. With this film, I think what was important was the authenticity, the truth, the reality. These are real people who are alive now, who carried out all of these unimaginable, horrific things, and the film is about what is it like to be with them now. And of course, it's really about what's it like for Sambat, who lost his family, to be with them now. I think only documentary can do that, can really make the character, make you get really close to the character in a very layered kind of way. So there are different levels in which you relate to these people, because sometimes you hate them, sometimes you're fearful of them, sometimes you pity them. If this was a fictional character, yeah, you would feel that, but maybe it would not connect really with your understanding of like politics and stuff that you might read about in the newspaper or see on the TV now. Whereas seeing these real people, I think maybe would hopefully make you think about any situation in the world when violence is happening. What's it like for the people who are caught up in that? What's it like for the people who end up being violent? I don't think you can even think of that you're not transforming it. And I don't think it's a reasonable thing to try not to transform it. You have to accept that by picking up a camera and recording, like you are now recording this interview, you are making a version of reality. And it's only one version of reality. But the important thing is that you must, I think, have a kind of respect for the characters that you're working with, and that the material that develops must somehow to be connected organically to where those characters are. I'm not somebody who would want to use people to make another point for me as a director, expressing my ego, expressing my vision or anything like that. I'm trying to serve a different kind of purpose, but I also accept that by constructing these characters for film, even though they're real people, they are still constructed. I accept that that is a construction, but I also would say that it's only through that construction and through that dramaturgy that you're able to connect to an audience about the nature of this story. Really. And I think that I would feel always that films are just the beginnings of things. I don't think films are ever the end of something. So I think that our film is the beginning of a new way of telling the story of this event. It's a huge event. Millions of people were killed. In the same way that the Nazi period in Germany has been the subject of thousands of films, thousands of books. So in Cambodia, there's large numbers of people who were killed. There have been already many books and films about it. I think our film is a huge leap because of the nature of the film. It's a huge leap, a huge quantum leap in telling that story, but I hope that it's just the beginning.
Nobody understands why they kill and who ordered them to kill, because the top Khmer leader always denied they were killers. They're talking